Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a video game audio commentary on the interwebs known as YouTube. On a website known as... Anyways, check it out. We've got, first off here, we got a match of, what's this stuff called? The, oh my god, my brain just stopped working as soon as I hit record. What's this stuff called? Fiesta. Fiesta. There we go. This is a game of Fiesta, and it's gonna be followed by a game of SWAT. The gameplays aren't amazing or anything. It's just the medium for me to talk over. It's been a long time. I noticed I hadn't uploaded in like 2 months. I know you guys have been hearing about me being so busy for so long now, but it's been true. Been moving into the new place. I mean, we've been moved into the new place since, like, we moved in like June, I think, of last year. So we're going on being here for almost a year now. So here's what had happened was, the plan was that we bought, this is the new place that we're in is my grandmother's house. She passed a few years back, and I didn't want to see the house get sold to just anybody. So whenever my mom and her sister listed the house, I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. I'll fix it up. It's got some acreage, more of what I wanted, further away from people and that kind of thing. So I got it, and the plan was to stay in our other house because it was perfectly fine and we were happy with it. We were going to stay in that house and just slowly renovate this house until we were ready to move in. What had happened was we had begun work. We were putting in flooring and doing stuff like that, painting, all that good stuff when you know, the first things you do when you get a house. And during that process, one time while we were not at home, or at the new home to be renovated, someone broke in and stole a bunch of my tools, power tools and stuff like that. And had to file a police report and all that, and it just that is something I had never experienced before, and it's a very, you know, like the cliche thing that you hear from people. It's just such a violating feeling. I am a big fan of the firearms, as you guys know. You know, self-defense and the right to bear arms are something that I believe in, right? So, you know, the first thing that just went through my head is, like, these people are really, really lucky that I wasn't at home when that happened. But anyways, so after that happened, we didn't really feel... We were just super paranoid after that, like... You know, if we weren't here at the new place, we were just, you know, waiting for them. So another weird thing is that we had security cameras up at the time, but we had turned them off because we were doing renovations, and we didn't want to, every time we walked in front of the camera, get all these notifications and blah blah blah. So we had the phones, or the phones, we had the cameras turned off for a couple days, and they just so happened to break in during that time. And when they broke in, they actually stole the power supply to my internet, like to the modem, and they had unhooked all the cameras. So our thoughts were they might, you know, there's a chance that they were doing that so they could come back, because I also noticed that they took quite a bit of stuff, but they also missed a lot of stuff of good value. That was weird to me, you know, so it's like, well, maybe they left in a rush, but they also kind of seemed like they were maybe trying to, look at that triple kill. It also maybe seemed like they were trying to, you know, leave it set up for a comeback, for the reunion, right? So, anyway, so we moved in, like, right after that. I just had an air mattress, and we started sleeping on the floor at the new house with a loaded shotgun next to the bed, and we're, you know, pretty, I mean, as anybody that's gone through that stuff would probably tell you, it's a paranoid time for a good while after that. It takes a while to just kind of process that whole situation and go back to normal life, and I'm still paranoid to this day, even though I have, like, a state-of-the-art security system and a whole bunch more measures in place now. I literally have biometric gun safes in every room of the house with a loaded pistol ready to go. You know, so as much as I'm ready for anything like that, if it were to happen again, that state of paranoia just never leaves. Anyways, so I went off on that for a while. So the plan was to just, you know, slow roll the renovations, stay at the other place, move in whenever we were ready, slowly move things as we go. And with that whole robbery thing, you know, that isn't how that played out. So we ended up moving in early, and we've been here ever since, and that kind of put a, you know, like, oh god, we gotta hurry up and get this renovation done now. You know, that sped things up. So anyways, we've been going through that renovation process for a long time. And then as the housing market just blew up and blew up and blew up, we had some friends that were looking for a place, so we told them that we would give them a little bit of a deal on the asking price and all that stuff. So anyways, we're selling our house to our friends, which makes things a little bit easier, but we're closing on that deal soon, and we're down to the wire. You know, it's to the point where it's like we got to get everything out of that other house and get it over here so that way they can move in. And the problem is that as we're renovating here, you know, we still don't, there's still rooms in the house and the basement and stuff like that aren't completely cleaned out from when my grandmother was living here. A lot of her stuff is still down there. It still needs to be cleaned out and renovated. So we don't really have room to put stuff. So anyways, it's just this fight for space and trying to get loads moved over and blah, 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 blah. But we're getting it. So, and also just winter. Shut up. Everything's going off. Yeah, so just, you know, winter's been kind of crazy. The weather's been really getting, like, we didn't have any snow there for a while, it seemed like, and then now it's like every other Tuesday we're getting a blizzard and you just can't leave for a few days and just crazy stuff like that. So lots going on, but hopefully all the construction and renovations, and when I say construction and renovations, I mean this house had carpet in every single room of the house that was originally installed in like 79, and then there was animals living in the house, and you know, so it wasn't like a trap house or anything, but it definitely needed, like, all the carpet had to be pulled out, hardwood floors installed everywhere, adding a bedroom in the basement, you know, so completely fixing up the basement, moving walls, adding on another huge portion of the house to make additional garage space, covered back porch. I have a huge warehouse for everything that I'm, like, where I'm recording right now, and my other businesses. That's like it's like 60 by 48 feet, something like that. So that was a whole build process, construction process that we had to go through. It's just been a lot, man, and I am super excited for there to be not things going on anymore and just relax time and get back to normal. On that note, I want to do more streams. I want to do more commentaries and stuff like that. Commentaries obviously aren't super important with the internet problem, but if you can see in the top right of this gameplay that unstable latency, packet loss. Look at my ping right now. It's over 400. Where I'm at, there's no high-speed internet's available. I have Starlink, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's better than anything else that's available out here, but there is high latency at times and stuff like that, and it's just not been the best for streaming. I am signed up for the Starlink Premium service, and I am excited to see if that is going to be a good, you know, maybe that'll kind of make all my streaming lag and in-game lag stuff go away, or at least get better. You know, I'm not going to hope for the completely, I mean, I'm going to hope that it's going to be completely gone, but I'm going to be realistic with my expectations, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, I'm really hoping the new internet here in the next couple of months, I think, is like the delivery expectation for that, you know, is really going to help things, and then I can start streaming a little bit more regularly and stuff like that, and hopefully you guys can start seeing a little bit more videos from me and all that as well. It's just been a lot, guys. I'm just it's oof, you know, Just waiting for things to. I can't wait to not have things to do, and just being like, I'm bored. That's a phrase I miss saying. You know, I haven't had the privilege of being bored in a while. I feel like so. That's what's going on. Halo Infinite, man. I started this commentary with the intentions of talking about the state of Halo Infinite. So I'll touch on it a little bit here, even though there's not much time left. I really want to love this game. I loved this game a lot when it first came out. As of lately, you know, there's so many things that we just keep telling ourselves, like, well, eventually it'll happen. Surely they'll fix this. Surely they'll fix that. Can't wait until they add this. Then we'll be better. Forge mode is coming. Oh, it's delayed now. Co-op is coming. Oh, it's delayed now. Maybe Season 2 will be better. Maybe the next event will be better. All these things, I'm slowly losing faith in 343. I really think that this will be a good game one day, but I'm really getting scared thinking that it might be years before we see that, just like it did with Halo Infinite. I wish they would have delayed this game another year or two or whatever it took and got the game done the way it needed to be done and released it when it was ready. Not that any other game is doing this well either, but I wish that that were the case. And then what? You know what else I wish? I wish they would have charged me $60 for it. I wish they would have charged me $60 for it for this reason. If you go back and play Master Chief Collection right now, they have one of the best, no, scratch that, the best example of Season Pass content. All the Season Passes come out, they don't go away. You can always go back and unlock stuff in those other Season Passes. You earn the tier skips currency by in-game challenges, both weekly, daily, and even seasonally. They're not just multiplayer, it's campaign stuff as well. The system is perfect. You use that same currency to buy the rotation option, the rotation items that are in the shop, the daily shop items and the weekly shop items and all that stuff. And it works so well, and it's so fun, and it's so rewarding to progress through that game. And again, if you know, there's no sense of overwhelming, like you haven't logged in a few months and you're like, oh my god, we're on season what now, and there's only 20 days left and I want this one skin that's level 80 something. I'll never have time to do that. You don't have to worry about that because the seasons never go away. I know they mentioned something about that being the same thing for Halo Infinite, but we'll see. I don't know how they're going to do that, considering it's just based on completing challenges, and that progresses the... I don't know. In MCC, it was different because you completed those challenges and you got 3 tokens for completing that challenge, and you could spend those tokens on whatever season you wanted. I don't know how that's going to work with Halo Infinite, if it'll work at all. But yeah, I wish they would have delayed it for two more years, released it finished, and charged me $60 so they could have copy and pasted the MCC progression system directly over to Halo Infinite, and so that way we wouldn't have this dumpster fire of a progression system that we have now. These events are an absolute joke. Like the event right now is just a swap playlist. The swap playlist is so broken. There's 3 different weapons in rotation. For start, you got BR, pistols, manglers. I played like over 20 matches last night, and I only got 2 matches of battle rifle and 1 match of mangler. Everything else was pistols. And if you have played this game on PC, you'll know that the pistol, in my experience, is basically useless. If you don't have aim assist helping you out on a console, the pistol is no bueno. I've gone over to my friend's house. I went over to my friend's house the other day, and I picked up his controller on his Xbox, and I started playing on his account, and I can use the pistol just fine. Get perfect medals, you know, every couple of kills, every few kills, whatever. On PC, I never get a perfect medal. I'm fine with the battle rifle and sniping and generally any other weapon on PC. I've been playing PC shooters for a long time, so don't be like, it's just your aim, Hova. I do fine with everything else. The pistol just seems really weird on PC, like the hit registration is off or something. I don't know what it is. I can never, I can't land headshots in SWAT, and I can't get kills with it in normal playlists either, hardly. It's weird. But on Xbox, it's totally fine. I play on my Xbox, it feels fine. That's another thing that I didn't realize was so bad in this game until I went over to my buddy's house last weekend, and I played quite a few matches on his Xbox, actually, because I jumped into just, quick matches, and I was dropping like 26, 27, 28 kills and like 3 deaths every match, just over and over and over and over consistently, just like multi-kills, ninjaing people, just all kinds of crazy stuff. I was just wrecking these kids, and that was the moment I realized, wow, the skill-based matchmaking in Halo Infinite is so strong. Because my buddy Frank, if you guys have seen him play with us, he's not the best Halo player, and boy howdy could I tell whenever I was getting match-made games on his Xbox compared to the match-made games I get on my Xbox. Because my first thought was like, man, I need to play on controller more often. Like, this aim assist feels really good. And I came home and I played on my account on Xbox, and I still did okay, but I wasn't dumping on kids like I was on his account. So the skill-based matchmaking in Halo Infinite is much crazier than I thought. There's just still so many issues. The lag, the shooting, getting shot around corners, being able to only put one Warthog accessory on your Warthog at once, even though they've got multiple items for sale, and you can't even have like a windshield accessory at the same time as like a wheel accessory or a bumper, is just the dumbest thing in the world. The cosmetic, there's just so many issues. This is supposed to be a live service game. You got to be pumping out content, new maps, new game modes, new weapons, new camos. You got to have new stuff all the time. These stupid event specific challenges where you're lucky enough to finally get in like a battle rifle tactical match where you need battle rifle kills for the challenge, and then you unlock like a emblem background, is dog shit. It's not what Halo players want. I'm losing faith in Halo Infinite. What are your all's thoughts? Comment down below. I'll be reading, I'll be discussing, I'll be debating. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video.